Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where I spend a moment to talk about airports. This is a weird one. I don't know, this came up in my mind recently because I had been doing so much travel, and I dealt with them in the middle of the Omicron pandemic spike for my recent vacation. And man, is it stressful to go to the airport, or is it just me? I don't even mind flying. I have done so much flying in my life because of course I do. I basically had this part of my job for a long time. Obviously nowadays it has changed quite a bit thanks to the pandemic and all that. Travel is completely shut down internationally for most cases, but geez, I went to the airport just to fly to Florida, and Florida is terrifying in the middle of the pandemic, and the airports themselves were pretty terrifying. I was using a KN95 mask. It was tough. They have a bunch of recycled air. There's just so many people densely packed. I was thinking, man, if any of these people are infected, I am screwed. And then airports, I mean, airplanes themselves are just recycled air, just recombinators for disease. I You already get sick very regularly from airports. It's so easy to transmit anything, especially COVID, which is easily transmissible in that fashion. It was stressful. Had anyone else had experiences with airports during the pandemic? That just seems like a wild situation to be in. I almost don't want to travel again until, I don't know, something has calmed down a bit. And I don't know, I can't imagine doing that kind of travel if I weren't fully vaccinated, for instance. I would just be at super risk. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's where my mind has been at for the past couple days. I've just been thinking about that. We got really lucky. Obviously, neither my SO nor I ended up getting sick as a result of our trip. We were very diligent about masks and protection and things, but I don't know. It doesn't take much to get unlucky, right? So I've been thinking about that a little bit. So anyway, maybe that's too stressful for a Monster Train video. If so, I'm sorry. You can skip to the beginning of the run. I have a link for it in the in the description below, but basically all we're doing here is some regular old Monster Train. I have a mod that disables my win streak just so I can chill and play some video games without much concern, and we are pushing forward. We're currently on a 73 win streak. Game is looking real solid, doing fine. We had a good Morsel Master infused with a Morsel Maid run. All of that behind a Corruptor Spine Chief, as you can see on the screen. Excellent run. It was very clean, very potent, and we got to see in action why I think Antumbra Assault. You know the card. I can pull it up real quick, just so you know in case you're not familiar with what that does. Where are you? One cost? Somewhere in here. Yeah, here. I think this card desperately needs to do 5 damage because with a 10 in piercing upgrade, 3 damage is it's very bad. It falls behind substantially. The threshold of 15 is really important in the DLC for a lot of reasons, especially if your attack spell is piercing. So this is a tragedy. This is really the only thing that holds this card back from being quote unquote a good ping. It's right now quite bad, in my opinion. The only ping that I think gets a free pass at being 3 damage is Vine Grasp, and it's only because it's 0 cost. You're basically trading that 1 cost for a slightly weaker version of a ping. That's it. And this is fair, in my opinion. So it's cheap. There's virtually no cost associated with it. It's just one single draw to kill an enemy, basically. So, anyway, that's my opinion on that. Today we are pushing forward. We're cycling back around to the Exile champions, bringing us to Queen. I always feel reasonably confident in a Queen. She's fun, she's good. So let's get this going, I think. Yeah, I don't have much else to report. So yeah, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's go have a completely normal run of Monster Train. Yup. This is all set up right, yeah? Yeah, and I'm recording. I am a genius. Let's go. All right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. I am begging Monster Train for a normal run. That means, give me a couple multi strikes, give me a couple good upgrades here and there. I don't need the high rolls, but I don't want a low roll either. Sometimes I just enjoy playing a good old run of something in the middle. Honestly, I kind of feel like that's a great place for this series in general to reside, is the completely average mid-roll runs. They're good, right? I enjoy them a lot. It's just navigate this thing and I feel comfortable basically winning every run without much concern. I know what I'm doing, etc., etc. I'm happy to play cursed doomed nonsense in the Cursed Seed series, of course, and I think that's great. I think that honestly people love watching it too. But the thing about it is just that, man, it is very brutal spending 3 hours or 2 hours plus navigating some really dark, esoteric line, and I'm just like, oh man, this just requires so much brain power. And I'm just playing these right as I wake up now because my sleep schedule is permanently disfigured, so that's fun. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's actually play the run and see what we got. We are Exile Hellhorned with a default Awoken, giving us restores. It's fine, I think. It's fine. At least it is not a dreg start. True. We are against Pushback Talos, Cursefell, and Diligent Seraph. This is a double Curse starter here, right? With the Cursefell and Curse on Diligent. So good to know. We have Hidden Passage, Glimmer, and Pyre Chomper. These are fine, right? I like these units. If we see an eventual Transcendent, having a Pyre Chomper in the run is huge, and it's just a fine card. Otherwise, Glimmer's good for the early game. It's another heal, means we can do some Rejuvenate stuff. It also means that we kill backlines, which is nice. It gives us access to some units we might otherwise not have access to. Hidden Passage is a disruption card, but it's also an overstack card. We could assemble a big floor this way. Maybe not ideal here. Yeah, I mean, obviously not on Queen's floor because I need to play imps with her, but we'll see. We will see. Let's look ahead first before I think too hard about other stuff. Okay, we have an force. Yeah, it's a force Awoken banner on ring 2 with the Merchant of Steel. Okay. And another Awoken banner on ring 3 with no Merchant of Steel on that path. So basically this is saying to me, you're taking an Awoken unit on this run, which is fine. As long as I see some kind of scaling, I don't mind that terribly. Steel Shop with removals on ring 4. The Hellvent is opposite that, sadly. We do have a ring 3 and a ring 4 temple, so some choices there. Temples on 6 and 7 as well. It's okay, nothing too terrible. No ring 8 temple, I should keep that in mind. Dupes on 8. A removal dupe on 5 with a relic. This is pretty high value, right? I'd like to take advantage of this on an imp or something self-infused, maybe really good. We'll see what we're shown. Okay, fair enough. We're going to be looking for a line of whatever the heck they show me. If I see a rage imp, I'm going to feel really good about the run in general because it's queen, but we'll see. I will 100% click a Railhammer start instead of Boon of the Blacksmith, even though I have no armor in my start, and restores technically kind of go against the armor stacking plan. This relic is very formative and very, very good. Imperialist and Imp Parade. I lean pretty strongly towards Imperialist here. You may ask why. The reason is simply because I anticipate some kind of Awoken unit upstairs, and Imp Parade is fine. It does make imps cheaper, which is potentially very good. Makes my early game fairly weak, though. I do like Imperialist a lot here as a backline solution. I have 6 imps in my start. Yeah, I like that a lot, genuinely. I'm going to click Imperialist. I think you could take either one here and win. Now, Relic up front, Relic ahead. I think we skip this Relic here, not go to 15 shards. I do have access to it thanks to Imperialist and Glimmers, potentially, opening up the back line. But Or, hidden passage too, but I don't like that quite as much. There's a big risk in the early game, and you're never clicking both of these hordes, so it's really a coin flip. Which one has the relic you want? Who knows, right? This could have Ashes of the Fallen, and I'll never know. But I think slamming that is a mistake. I need to be able to take a unit trial here if it's shown. I might feel a lot stronger once I have the unit and upgrades on Ring 2. And, the rewards from Ring 1. So that may make this second horde much more reasonable. Yeah, we'll just move on. I already did hit one high roll in Railhammer. Yeah, I want this unit draft. But this unit draft blasts me if I take it with the 9x2. Yeah? So I think this was a correct choice. Nothing gets upgraded here. It's good. We do Queen, Train Steward, Imp and back, cleans the floor. Means I can play a Train Steward middle for Collector. I'm basically coin flipping it, but I have access to the top floor if needed since no units are ascending here, so it's cool. We're good. Imp comes down, excellent. I do want to play a second Train Steward on middle here. Interesting argument. I could Train Steward and then ascend a Train Steward up and play a larger floor. It does eat a lot of damage into the Queen. Relentless might kind of suck here, is the thing. Ascending a larger floor is potentially useful. It's too bad I don't have 3 Ember here, because then I could, tank a hit with the Queen's Impling, but I think this is better. Leaving some HP on the Queen. Yeah, we will play another Steward middle and chill on everything else. Okay? I will triple restore middle, I think. Or bottom, actually. It's a lot of regen. It will help into Relentless. I do see an Imp, which is very strong, and I get a restore here. I can now put in... Let's see. We're getting... She does 4 rounds. So I get another 20 by putting the Steward in the mix. Right? Because she's doing 4 rounds here in order to do 40. Huh. I could get another 10 by putting the Train Steward in front. I get another 20 by putting it in back, thanks to the regen playing nice with this. I give up 2 on top floor, because you could play the Steward up top. I think I need to work on the boss a little bit. I don't have a power hit here. So we're going to play the Steward on bottom and get an extra 30. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, because he has to kill the Steward at the end of the day. I may as well put the 2 into the boss there with the Glimmer. Sure. Yeah, it's okay. We're pretty likely to take a few hits here. We just don't do much, is the thing. Yeah, it changes nothing. In fact, I would rather leave the Implings out so I have 3 Ember for next turn. Doing 20 here is something. If I could do another 8, I'll feel pretty decent. Yeah, okay, we're alright. It's fine. I take 10 more. This turn, this is not pretty, but I think this was kind of an inevitability with this start. Welder Helper is incredible. Yep, we are clicking Welder Helper here. Good. Razor Sharp Edge, I will click it. It is scaling that I think is necessary. And we get the unit trial. What the heck am I doing here? That is a Shattered Shell, huh? Is this it? Shattered Shell? I mean, there's also Demon Fiend, Animus' Speed. I don't think those are it. Demon Fiend, hilarious. Shattered Shell is fine. It goes behind Queen, it does something. They kind of conflict a little bit, but if Shattered Shell gets quick, he could ultimately attack, kill enemies, prevent damage to the Queen, and then the Queen throws an endless Welder Helper, and that's okay. Yeah, that's a fine hit. I'd have to find quick for the Shattered Shell, which is okay. I'll take it. I should take something there. There's at least a passable unit. I could skip the unit draft here, but I think I should keep myself open to the possibility of seeing an Awoken Hollow on this run. So we'll go right. What do we have? Endless for my Welder Helper. That's basically a snap click, right? It's true. Animus of Will is multi-strike as well. It's true. Yeah, we take the Animus of Will as an infusion hedge for Shattered Shell, just to give it multi-strike. I take the Endless into my Welder Helper here, which is great survivability. And I take this Horde. Collection of Tales, Worn Grindstone, or Firewall. Collection of Tales is kind of calling the shot a little bit. It's a shame there's no dupe on Ring 3. Maybe I see a good infusion here. Maybe. A good idea might be a Rage Imp. If they show me a second Welder Helper, I see myself self-infusing that, and then I can play top floor comfortably. It's true, has a lot of armor to the floor. Firewall does interact positively with Railhammer. Collection of Tales is low value, though. If this is a Rage Imp angle, then Collection of Tales only represents maybe 10 Rage over the course of a combat at best, if I load it up on turn 1. I'm going to click Firewall. This is 19 armor for the rest of the run. This is not only very strong into the early game, it's really good all the way through. We're very early. This is a formative set of my area of my run. And the interaction of an extra 4 armor here is nice. We move on, by the way. I take Mark of Invasion here. Yeah, for sure. I see all the important stuff on turn 1. See, we get an extra 4 armor once combat actually starts, which is nice. Queen's Impling first. Through. Then you play the Shardtail Queen, and then we sacrifice a Train Steward so that we don't take damage. We send a Train Steward down below. We're going to leak at least 1 right here, which is acceptable. It is acceptable. Wow, Glimmer is pretty huge here, actually. So we put Pyrotrump. I mean, because we're risking the Queen's life, right? For sure. So what we do is we play Pyrotrumper in front here, Shattered Shell in the back, and we have to Glimmer here or we just kind of lose. Yeah. Take the Queen middle or the Imp middle to get the Collector. This'll do. Now we see the Welder Helper, we put it in the back. Run feels significantly better. We get 3 slays here, which feels good. Or I guess she actually yeets, so that's true. We take the Razor Sharp here. Sure, sure. Yeah, it's fine. We're not going to get a ton of value out of Mr. Shattered Shell here, but we do get some value out of the Queen simply existing. I should clear this floor, Glimmer out. Man, we take a hit, dang. It's fine. Remember, I took the, because yeah, Shattered Shell kills himself, right? We took the big hits here onto Firewall, which is fine. We don't take any damage to the combat, which is good. Firewall doing work immediately. Fledgling Imp in the house. Excellent. Heal cards. I'm going to take Wildwood Sap here because 1, I need spells into Diligent, and 2, if I don't draw my Imp fast enough, this can keep my Queen alive for a few formative turns. It's good. That's very good. Now, I think with that Fledgling Imp hit, I should infuse that right away. So, that's a true statement. The Horde is potentially good here. What is this banner? What does the banner offer me? Awoken Hollow? I could maybe see an Animus of Speed, which gives me quick. Quick is probably better than Animus of Will here. Depends on what I see at this Merchant of Steel, right? But it gives me flexibility. Let's go to the Horde. I don't need this Merchant of Magic right now. -1s are okay. A holdover is takeable. I'm not upgrading the Wildwood Sap on this run. It's really just a protection card. And the Glimmers contest the Shattered Shell a bit. So we go to the right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. Resonant Shard, that's a wonderful hit. What a good high roll. Awoken Banner, and I take the Animus of Speed here, for the same reason I was just discussing. This makes our Ring 3 kind of crappy. We have 3 banner units to worry about, but it's okay. I'm going to upgrade my Imp here. We sacrifice Rage Imp, we put it into the Welder Helper. This is huge. We now have Tank Queen plus Fledgling Imp power here. I'm probably putting a plus 25 on this Imp, so on the worst turns I can stick it in front, and it is a 50 HP unit. It's true. That is very true. Yeah. Cool. Intrinsic Spell Chain, not here. Take the Caverns. Wingmaker. I can make Shattered Shell tiny. Tiny and quick is better than tiny and multi-strike. That's true. I do love me some tiny. Wingmaker conflicts with the Shattered Shell. Yeah, we do tiny and quick here. Tiny shell. I think I take this Hef's Consolation way more than most folks. I think a lot of people kind of snap pick ye old Wingmaker. It's good, right? It's always Shattered Shell here and not the Animus. I'm just vaguely thinking about this. Is it ever an argument for Animus of Will instead of Shattered Shell? It's what, 3 hits? I mean, if I do put Rage into the floor and I have 2 of these Animus of Wills in the house, I could give them the Animus of Speed infusion, right? Duplicate this and it hits 3 times. Is that better? The nice thing about that is it scales the entire... it scales with Rage triply fast. And the Queen also does throw for backlines in the worst case. Huh. The Animus of Will is significantly better into mini-bosses as well. Think about that. Because remember, I'm getting 2 of these is the advantage. The Shattered Shells will compete, whereas the Animus of Wills will not. Compete meaning their Slay trigger only goes to whichever one kills, whereas the Animus of Will, it doesn't matter. There's no Slay trigger, right? And then I give this the quick and I throw a plus 25 on it and this thing claps, I think. And we play mid-floor and I then dupe my Imp as many times as possible to guarantee I hit. And we're good. I would be looking for 3 copies of the Imp, probably, in an ideal world, and 2 copies of this Animus, which is what, 4 speed, and then I need space somewhere. Yeah, okay, fair. I think I'm going to take the Animus of Will here, and not the Shattered Shell. Yeah, I think I am. Because it's a small stone, and I am planning to dupe this. I think the Shell is a winning line as well, but I think the Animus of Will is more secure, so we will lean in on this, actually. Cool. I do get my next upgrade immediately on Ring 4, but I do miss that dupe. I'm definitely removal duping on Ring 5. It's almost certainly the Imp. And then I do it one more time on Ring 8 into the Animus, so I'd have 2 Imps. I'll need to take draw at some point then. Right, yeah. Okay, so that is the plan. Yes, we move on. Pushback Talos is scary, but I can also kind of just chump this a little bit, so we might still be okay. I could also just delay. use the imp in front, right? Like, for instance, here, I can sack my Animus of Speed into this, or I could use it to punch 25 to this Forged Disciple, which is not nothing. We're playing the Animus on this combat, so whatever I'm playing first is going to die. So here's the deal. We do Train Steward up top to die. I play the Queen behind. I'm going to put the Animus middle, because if I put it bottom, it dies here, obviously, but it gives an extra turn for the priest to heal back the Animus of Speed's damage. I could just put the Shattered Shell on the floor. He's not my line on this combat. I may as well. He is something. It's just big Awoken unit turn. Okay, well, the whole floor dies. It's fine. We do get the Animus. We have to take Ember Drain to do it, which is unfortunate. Suppose I should Glimmer here. Sure. Let's see, what, 2-5? I mean, yeah, and then Talos punches Shell to death. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so she's probably going top one last time, which is something. Perfect example where Wildwood Sap is humongo value into the Queen. I do want to throw at least one imp here. Yep, we play the Pyre Chomper. I am, depending on a potential bad turn, I'm going to ascend what? I think you actually ascend the Apprentice here, right? Because I'm throwing 2 imps on this turn. Is the play. And this kills. Yeah, that's really good. I will take the Restore here as well. I think it's a fine trade one-on-one here, but I get the more regen for future turns. Yeah, this is a good turn where I'm throwing 2 imps. It's pretty strong. It also means I have to deal with less crap here. Yeah, so here's a universe where I put the Fledgling Imp in front. This now tanks the whole wave, gets pushed back, and we're golden. Right? It gets thrown by Queen, and then we can ascend a unit and kill in the back. Yeah, great job. Cool. Good job, friend imp. Good job. We now want to get the actual armor into the Queen here. Good. I'm a little concerned about Animus of Will having 3 life here, so maybe I put the Razor Sharp into the Queen instead. I think I'm okay with that, right? That seems safer. A little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, we just keep playing Impo. Impo power is good. Sure. We just face tank a bunch. This is an upcoming Foot Soldier of somewhat concern, but we do have the win here for sure. It's just a matter of, do I have enough HP on the Queen? Oh yeah, I do. It's net positive to play the Helper in back as well, so may as well do it, right? Then we play the Steward middle, does not matter. I reasonably could ascend this Protector. No, what I would like is I'd like the Queen to punch the Protector so we don't accidentally kill ourselves on spikes here. Another reason why I didn't Razor Sharp the back is that this could have happened. So, true. I think she gets there with this extra rage. Yeah, she does. Good job. Go team. Alright, cool. This wins. Alright, good job. Alright, we still have 19 armor, which was really helpful on Ring 2, and will continue to be really helpful. Unleash is probably a good pickup, because a plus 25 Animus will take hits from spikes. Having 1 good heal is worthwhile. Sure, I'll grab it. I could have taken Impolate there, by the way, but I don't think so. Animus of Will, Shattered Shell, Railbeater, all very good units I could have taken to win, but we already have the line thanks to Tiny Animus, so we skip here. We have our infusion in the form of Quick, which is very good, because that lets me put a plus 25 in the Animus. You could have argued I'd do Rail Beater's Infusion and then it opens up my shops a little bit, but I'd rather just buy a plus 25. I think that's better. We're taking space eventually for 2 on the floor, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an imp on middle. Unless I see some kind of daze solution to play top, pretty much. Yeah, true. So, okay, there's that. I think it is just draw for now. It will help. I don't have many requirements otherwise. I can play bottom into Curse Fell pretty comfortably. Yeah, we take draw. It's fine. I'm going to the steel shop here. Am I? Dupe Imp on ring 5. I want the plus 25 here, don't I? If I fight Porcupine, I actually just lose. Maybe the Queen 1v1s, but I think it's a bad call. I'm going to go left. Yeah, it's got removals. A plus 25 is huge. Yeah, multi-strike. This is a bait. We hit enough times. It is just a plus 25 on the Animus here. Every time. For sure, for sure. Good. I'm glad to hit that. I remove 2 stewards. 1, 2. Get my deck down to a little bit better shape. Royalty, no thanks. Imperialist 2. I might have considered an Imp Parade pivot to make my imps free. I might still consider that eventually, but it's cool. -2, nah. Intrinsic? No. We are going to take the infusion here. This quick provides a lot of value, I believe. I should have removed Shattered Shell. I am still going to remove Shattered Shell, in fact. Yeah, quick comes in, good. It's the Animus, what is this? The Conflux of Animuses. We talked about this. We've talked about this in a previous episode. What the hell do you call an Animus plural? I think Animuses was the collective that we decided was correct, but you can also do Animi, which is cool. Yeah, this is the Conflux of Animus. And then we take the plus 25. I already have multi-strike thanks to the Tiny Stone, which is technically significantly better than multi-strike, by the way, because it means I get an extra 3 hits on the floor once I dupe this thing. Yeah, for sure. And we remove the Shattered Shell. I do not wish to draw it here. Goodbye, friend. You existed, and we're good. We could have taken that line. I think it's fine. 65 shards here. Yeah, that's it. I could buy another removal. I am going to a removal dupe. Yeah, I'm just going to buy a removal. This increases the likelihood that I see my imp in time, which I consider valuable. No sense spending the 120 there, though. Ooh, this is probably the worst possible combat. You have Mr. Pyrelight Master, over 50 shards with conduits. I think I can take this still. The first turn is free-ish. I can throw imps to kill the backlines. I do have Pyrewall. Remember I took Pyrewall for nonsense like this. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's not a good start. I'm going to play the Queen's Impling. We're playing top floor here. I don't play this Pyre Chomper, right? I guess I'll put a regen in. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Throw an imp, please. Thank you. At least I take less damage here. Also, thank you, Animus of Will, plus 25. Immediate payout here. You just play 2 regen procs here and hope for the best. Yeah, we bounce a little bit there. That's really bad. Let's see, I have 37 coming in up front. I can chump some of it. Huh. I think the correct pick is you ascend the Clipped Guardian off the floor. Look, I know. I know. The Razor Sharp is a nice hit here, though. Good value. If I ascend this man off the floor, he has 120. He hits me 4 times. Right? Which is exactly 4 times. Which deals 24. I take 9 to Pyre. I can then heal. I can then chump 15, and we keep the queen alive. Immediately we're shown why I need more copies of this imp. This combat is the one where I struggle, right? Because I lose a turn of setup thanks to the haste, and I only have one imp. I'm immediately duping this on ring 5, right? It was already kind of my play. So we straight up ascend the Clipped Guardian. Playing the Impling first changes nothing. He goes to 110, which is still 4 hits. So you may as well send it. Yeah, I take 9. It's fine. How in the world? Oh, I live because the quick. Genius. Okay, cool. We do Razor Sharp then, and I will put the regen in play for a little better confidence here. Yeah, we accept the 9. Firewall providing why I like having it. Show me my imp. I have to see it now. Great job. The run cleans up once you see one of these things, right? You get a good yeet, you get a good damage swing. Powerful. And I just play other imps now. It's fine. Go team. Yeah, cool. Fledgling imp. We throw another imp here. Ah, dang. We take another hit here, huh? It's a shame. Yeah. Now, do I need more setup, or am I happy to just fight this thing right now? I could also double ascend the stupid Pyrelight Master, so he only does 16. Yeah, actually, you know what? You just ascend the boss. You ascend the boss again. And this man does not do enough damage to threaten and kill me. Thank you, Hidden Passage, by the way. I think that's good. We took a lot there, actually. 31 damage through Pyrewall. That's tough. Inflame. It's okay, actually, right? I have Railhammer. So at Railhammer's ratio, this is potentially a better value. I'm already applying Rage. Is this good enough? Look at this. This is a high roll for Inflame. I have Resonant Shard, which makes this a plus 12 damage attack, which is good. And then I have Railhammer, which makes this 9 armor. I think I actually click Inflame. The Mad Lad actually takes it. Bramble Lash, Pyre Shards, Restoring Retreat. Nope, not today. We ate dirt on that combat. It was partly because we were so high on shards, but I had to take that infusion there, I think. I needed it. We go to the right here, for sure. This is a very powerful lineup. Refracting Lens is excellent. I have 1 consume, but that helps a lot, actually. It's never Temper Talisman here. I don't think there's value in that. Yeah, I'll take the healing, sure. What a comfortable sustain run, right? Pyrestone Housing. I mean, not Pyrestone. Refracting Lens and Pyrewall. Huh, I like that. We remove the Train Steward. I'm going to kick a Glimmer now. I think these cards are going to fall off a cliff. The regen has some value still. True. That is true. Glimmer is much better for clearing out, what is it? Damage shields on the Divinity? I think it is just a restore kick here, actually. Glimmer has some value right now, which I quote-unquote value. Okay, that helps. 23 cards, and then we're increasing the density of our imps substantially here. It's 15 shards going to 80, but I think it's fine. I'm going to do another dupe later on the Animus to 95, and then I probably take this Horde on ring 8. So we chill on shards otherwise. We move on. I do not need the money in the middle, no. Very powerful removal dupe. Harpy is scary. I think I take the multi-strike here. It's Harvesters of Death, I know, but I have a lot of improved density on the good cards. Yeah, we're okay. As long as I don't miss everything forever. We don't. We do not miss everything forever. I'm going to play Pyre Chomper first. I had to think about space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're fine. This saves Ember Drain, which I greatly appreciate. Fledgling Imp. This is a tough call, huh? I don't want to farm up this floor. Maybe I can disrupt it with a hidden passage. I don't play these Queen Zumplings. Yeah, we're going to chill. Okay, yeah, the play here is Fledgling Imp, middle, Fledgling Imp back, and we ascend the Sycophant that has more HP. Yeah, cool. That cleans up this floor a lot. We should destroy here, right? Once I actually play Yon Fledgling Imp. True. Take a Razor Sharp here. It's fine. Cool. We're good. Good, good, good. Alright, we have navigated this. Imp. Imp. We're not taking damage here because she does enough to kill enemies entirely. Right. I should ascend the tank on middle. Yeah, good. Because it just dies outright to the throw and the hit. Good. It cleans up this floor bunch, giving us time to do some more shenanigans. These rest of these cards do not help at this point. The Unleash is going to be important for spikes damage and general healing of the lady. But yeah, I play the Glimmer here. Means I take 0 into this queen. Good. But we win. We have 300 armor on the queen here. Yeah. We're fine. Cool. This looks very solid. Sure. Cool. Bonk. We get 1 round, it looks like. Yeah, cool. Channel Heart? I mean, I'm going to click it because I could see a Preserve Thorns. Sure. Okay. I'm going to click Alloy the Ancients, I think. It's a really good armor card to just slap down. Oh man, but Inferno? I do value the Alloy. I didn't play the Wildwood Sap, did I? I even took Refracting Lens. I didn't play that Wildwood Sap. That is a mistake. I was just clicking cards and I looked at it and said, I don't need to regen. I have so much armor. That's a mistake. Whoops. I lost 5 health for that. Dang. Alright. I just realized that I was like, oh wait, I took Refracting Lens. Okay, so that is a mistake. It's fine. Tiresome Climb is a good card. I do like that a lot on the Divinity. I can put that into setting up top floor potentially. Just keep removing cards at this stage. If I do top floor with Tiresome Climb, it's good, right? I can go to some magic shops, maybe? Right now I'm basically eyeballing this Vortex. I'm just going to shrink my deck. I'm going to take Tiresome Climb. I think this is a much better card overall. Edge Prior, Restoring Retreat, Spreading Spores. Not today, friends. If I can set up top floor, I feel extremely confident in the combat. If I cannot, then I have to draw faster. So either way, these removals are correct. So we go right. I'm going to burn out Restores. These are the hardest cards to play right now. They're the least important overall. Good. I'm going to look at the Trinket Shop first. Petrified Crucible, Chest Plates, Restraints. Restraints is not terrible. What do we have? 10 Piercing, 30 Magic Power. I mean, there's a universe you maybe see the holdover on the left and you do a plus 30 holdover Glimmer to kind of seal the deal on this run. We'll never know. We get spikes here. I'm just going to click Spike of the Stygian because it's a consume card and half my turns I'm wasting my Ember anyway. And it's kind of a ping, right? I don't have a ping really other than Razor Sharp, I suppose. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're probably going to reroll the shop. These are not valuable enough for me to burn my money. I'd rather just buy removals. So we're going to reroll, see if we see something better. Firestone Housing is better. Technically it is. I am seeing another Trinket Shop on ring 7 if I go for removals, though. Alternatively, I can go to the Steel Shop, pick up another plus 25, which is pretty good. Root Split Mask. I don't think I'm going to need Root Split Mask, although it is nice. The Root Split Mask is what you take if you went Shattered Shell, actually. That is how you beat mini-bosses with a sweeper. You just root them all on top floor, force yourself to play top, and you're okay. With Shattered Shell, you also probably want to do the inverse infusion on this Welder Helper, right? You do Fledgling infused with Welder Helper. Now, unfortunately, you do have the Endless the other way around, so maybe it's not ideal, but yeah. Firestone housing is really good. If I get another plus 25, that is a very high comfort level into top floor, even if I miss holdover on the tiresome climb or whatever. Sure, I'll take that. And I'm going to the Merchant of Steel now, so we're going to chill on our cash. This temple does not require me to buy anything. No, it's cool. Remember to play or consume cards. New rule. New rule, play consume cards. I would like my 5 HP back. Thank you very much. Good. A good bottom floor. Honestly. Yep. You put the Queen's Impling down. I take 5, but I gain 5. Haha. I mean, who do I even put this into? 5 Frostbite? I may as well go into Fell, right? Sure. Bonk that 5 off of Firewall here. Do take some hits into the Queen, unfortunately, but it's alright. I always see a Fledgling Imp, we're fine. Play your consume cards. I'll also play Unleash the Wildwood here. Sure. Good. Okay. Fire Chomper, pretty good turn for him. Is it even really? I don't need him here, actually. Cool. Yeah, it's fine. We're okay. Right, we just do Fledgling Imp. Fledgling Imp. Man, it comes close to not cleaning up that Clipped Guardian, huh? It's true. If there's ever a really bad case where I need the extra 47 damage that I get from these imps, I could play them in front so they attack before the Queen throws. I should think about that a little more often, I think. Yeah. That's true. We clean up this floor. I'm going to be real. I think playing the imp again is worth more than playing this penance. I can just bounce this off Firewall for now. She's going to be doing, she being Fell is going to do what, like 24 by 2? So as long as I stay above 24, maybe we get an extra hit out of Animus. So I can play that Razor Sharp is what that means. She goes bonk, bonk, bonk. We throw. It's okay. Welder Helper. Welder Helper. By Glimmer here, we get an extra hit into Fell. Ah, awesome. Now I feel very sure about this combat. Just don't double hit one of these curses and we're okay. Yeah, again, I'm just bouncing this off of Firewall and I don't think anyone can stop me. Sure. Sure. I mean, this is enough to win, right? We just play the... You do Fledgling Imp, Fire Chomper, Fledgling Imp, Penance, and then we ascend Fell and lose. Or not, you know. Good. Firewall, huge value on that combat as well. I just leaked curses and stuff. Adaptive Mutation is a snap click with this much rage. Yeah. That is a top floor setup, for sure. And it's a consume card. Very good. Okay. I don't need space. Space does let me play both imps, though, which might matter. Let's take space anyway. Space is the flexed pick here. I am going to be interested in Ember solutions. Diligent is scary. I can just play bottom on Diligent, though. I think it's fine. We go left here because I took this Pyrestone housing. I'd like to find an upgrade for her that doesn't suck. Sure. I get some fire health back too, which is good. Quick, that's useless. Imperialist 3 is fine. Good HP, I'll take it. Make sure we wrap up this upgrade first. Rage 7 is a start, but I don't think it's worth it. Quick is redundant. She has quick on her bar. Let's reroll it. Endless Rage 7. It's bad. I mean, this Pyrostone housing now officially sucks, I think. The Rage 7 is superior here. I will click it just because I think I should. Ah, it's tough. I'm going to the Hellvent next floor. The problem is if the Cavern shows me an upgrade that overstacks, then I waste this slot. The only thing really better is a plus 25 potentially, or a multi-strike, both of which are kind of rare. Let's just do Rage 7 here. This is a difficult choice because of this Caverns. This Caverns could be a miss. It could be a hit. Think about the hits here, though. Minor Refraction, we don't click that. I actually don't take Minor Refraction. I probably make a Chungus Imp somewhere and then throw that on another floor. Sure. So that's irrelevant. It could be Sunderstone, and if it's Sunderstone, I actually just take Sapstone into one of my Imps. Right? I would just do that instead. So there's that. True. Actually. And the only other one of import here would be like Bone Shine, which is a plus 10. So in that case, I don't even think I care about these overstacks that much. I had to think about it rationally. Let's look at the Caverns then. We get Tomes. One Horn's Tome. Wildwood Tome. Actually, you know what? We take Quick Tome. Put it on the Queen. She throws Imps as a quick action. Sure. That's good. Alright, it's fine. We'll save this slot because we're going to another steel shop now. I didn't have to make any suboptimal choices. Spell Chain is fine, I suppose. I'm really going to struggle with Ember, aren't I? I'm going to Endless Pyre Chomper here just as a security measure for Ember problems. And we're going to move on. That is an interesting play, by the way. Endless Pyre Chomper is a good Ember solution here. He's also a Thrown Imp, which can potentially be good while I'm drawing through. Conduits. I could take this armor, right? I don't think this is going to change much. An upgraded Conduit has 20 life. With 20 armor, we throw an Imp and kill it still, so it's okay. I can ascend the tanks away. I have Pyro Wall to face tank some spikes if I have to. Although, turn 1 ended up being very free. We got the Conduit upgraded, so it's what? Queen Zimpling, Animus, Shardtail, Ascend tank. Fine. Cool. We see Endless Pyre Chomper, which I will click here, I think. I don't really need him on this combat, but he's pretty decent right now. True. I want to throw an Imp no matter what. I do force... It does slow me down on my draws, but I think that's okay for the moment. It guarantees me an Imp to throw next turn, which I think does matter somewhat. True. Kills the Collector, by the way. I'm going to take the Spike of the Stygian into the first Gilded Wings while we wait for our big turn. Which, you know, that's 6 sap and 30 frostbite. That's going to help a lot. I don't care if this Steel Wings leaks. He does no damage to me. Cool. I mean, we see the Fledgling Imp. So now I can do Fledgling Imp, Pyre Chomper, Inflame, Wildwood Sap. And we save the Adaptive Mutation for the moment. True. True. Alright, it's now Pyre Chomper, Fledgling, Wildwood Tome goes on Queen here, value, and we get this Queen Zimpling killed. True. This is a good example of just hedging my bets with this Endless Pyre Chomper. This will not be something I need to play all the time. But it is something that is useful. True. Also, the quick throw is really nice, huh? Sure is. Yeah, we can ascend the boss here. Very good. Take a razor sharp. Sure, why not? Cool. This gives us turns, I believe, which I like. Yeah, we're fine. True, true. The main reason I considered this endless Pyre Chomper, by the way, we'd one turn her, or two turn her, is because I'm not seeing a magic shop. And I didn't see a -2. And I at some point would like to be able to play things like Tiresome Climb or Adaptive Mutation, even though I have 2 imps. So I think that is an important consideration here. Right? I mean, otherwise I don't get to play them. March of Shields. I don't want to take these cards, although March of Shields maybe helps in the Diligent. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't need these spells, really, is the thing. I'm playing just imps. In fact, the Consume helps me, I think. You could just take Inferno, but this is a really bad card if I can't play Ember. I mean, I guess I have the Endless Pyre Chomper. Just click Inferno on some random turns. I suppose it's true. If I see Hell's Banners or something, then I can just kind of drop the Pyre Chomper, but Inferno is a fine card, sure. Awoken's Rail Spike. Sure, actually, that's a fine card too. It draws me cards, maybe it hits the imp. We go to the dupe here for sure. Money, a +25. It's a very secure top floor play now. Right? It's true. I am always taking the Horde. Light's Gift. Sinner's Salve is actually the hit here, right? We have Quick on our whole top floor. Animus' Speed and a Wildwood Tome for the Queen. So Light's Gift is less valuable to me. Priory's Cloak, hilarious monster train. Get out of here. Sinner's Salve in a Diligent. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love to see it. Show me Hell's Banners now, video game. Burst Vines, Gnarled Root, Thorn Casing. These are bad. We have a dumb Channel Heart, by the way. Let's re-roll this. Hell's Banners. Alright, cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't dupe the Animus yet. We play a +25 in the Animus. And then we dupe her now. 110 shards. Cool. And now I just buy removals. Into what, you may ask? Anything I don't really care about. And the nice thing about it is I don't really care about my spells. So Diligent does not matter. His effect is irrelevant. So I'm just going to remove Restores here, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, he can consume my spells. I don't need them. And I made his Vengeful Shards and Curses free, so it's whatever. We remove 2 Restores, I believe. They are pretty tough. It's true. True. Okay, I don't need any other gold for anything. There was nothing else I wanted to buy. Sap Tap is cute, but I'm not healing enough. I guess I do have the Wildwood Sap, which would be 5 turns of it, but I don't think this is going to be consistent enough for it to ever be worth buying there over the removals. I'm going to re-roll for the chance at upgrading my imps a little higher. The nice thing is about stats on them is, I think at 110, we're looking at a, what, 10 damage top floor Divinity, which means this imp will survive before the quick comes down on the queen, which I think does matter. I'm going to re-roll and look for a +25 or something. We don't see it, but fine. I'm going to make imp a Chungo, I think. He gets a +10. Ah, hell, I'm going to give him Rage 7. Let's get it, bud. Cool. And the +10, we can make the Pyre Chomper hit hard. Sure, I'm not using my money for anything else. It does not matter here. So we'll do some fun stuff. Maybe it matters. And yeah, 110 out of 100. Let's go fight Diligent. Diligent should be easy, I think. I hit that Sinner Salve, which is a big swing. Just so good. I could technically disrespect here and not really care. I might, actually, because I didn't hit an imp on turn 1, and my turn 1 is pretty rough, actually. Right? Yeah. Genuinely, pretty rough. So I'm going to ascend the Purifier with Tiresome Climb here, and we just play Queen Animus top floor. What do I want to burn, though? I'm going to burn Glimmer. I think it's the worst card here. True. I'm going to Tiresome Climb the Purifier. Yeah. I'm also going to ascend the Light Wings here, because I have Quick. It pops everything here, so we're fine. Sure. Cool. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna take only... Oh, I'm fine because of the Hell's Banners. Hell yeah! Let's play an Imp first. I know I'm giving up some rage on an Animus, but this prevents the problems with... What is it called? Ember Drain, which I actually do think matters. Cool. Combat is now free. Yep, combat is now free. Like, again, zero cost self-mutilation, great. Being able to play both imps on a single floor, excellent. I can just Inferno middle. Yeah, because I hit the boss here, right? It doesn't really matter if it hits everything else, I'm fine with that, but whatever. I should have actually ascended the Purifier first. It's okay, whatever. Minor mistake, I take a curse that I don't really care about here. So, sure. It's okay, we just play everything. I am going to burn Spike of the Stygian into the boss here. It's 20 Frostbite. Why not? It's damage, I like it. Cool. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, and again, oh no, I lost 5 health earlier, but Refracting Lens is ridiculous, so I'm going to full heal off of this combat anyway. Sure. Seems good to me, man. Just burn my imps, does not matter. We're okay. We're at full health, I have Pyre Wall. We're chilling. Yeah, we are chilling. I will put the Inflame in after consuming Wildwood Sap, sure. Put it in the back one. Get him a little closer. Yeah, I haven't even seen my Wildwood Tome yet because I'm just eating curses. There it is, at long last. That's kind of funny. We will Wildwood Tome up front, no reason not to, and I'll take a 3-way Rail Spike here. Sure, dude, sure. I just ascend another unit now. I'm doing 900 of the boss, so we ascend the Will Wings here because it changes nothing and cleans up next turn. Yeah, that's a good turn. Diligence gets slammed. We're fine. This is the worst that my deck could be performing as far as... What? This is the worst it could be performing as far as it goes from a draw perspective. Right? Because I'm seeing so many curses, and I'm playing 2 holdovers every turn. Yeah. Don't play Pyre Tromper. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Hey, it's Adaptive Mutation. I'm going to click it. That's a good amount of HP in our front line here. Sure. She 1v1s now. Good. We're fine. This is going to be okay for Divinity, I think, as well. Yeah, I think so. I have Adaptive Mutation for one of the Animus, and I have the Wildwood Tome for the other. I theoretically, depending on draw order, could put an Animus in front. It's a really good Rail Spike turn, actually. It's actually a really good Spike turn. Spike of the Stygian. Okay, so we play I don't want the Ember Drain. I think it's important. So we do Queen Zimpling, Queen, Animus, Animus, and we get 3 sap in. This slows down the boss's damage considerably. Alright, we see a tiresome climb, which I do value here. True. So I'm going to Queen Zimpling, Queen Zimpling. We tiresome climb the boss, and then I'm going to ascend one of these dudes. These dudes being Apprentice of Light. Get rid of this floor a little bit. Buys me some time. Cool. Rage, rage. Good. I can glimmer upstairs. Cool. I need to play units so that they don't come back. Fire Chomper chills because he's endless. Hell's Banners means I do not need to hold on to Pyro Chomper, yes. Main consideration is Inferno next turn is very helpful. I can Unleash to protect the Animus here. It's okay. We're going to start taking 10s starting this next turn, but we have the 50 HP, so I think we're okay, and the Unleash coming up. So sure. I think we're alright. See what we draw here. It's a good turn. Right? And look at this. This Fledgling Imp gets thrown, which matters. I then also play the other one in front here. Oh, we actually see the quick, so it does not matter, right? Because this guy would die, is the problem. But with the quick, we're okay here. I'll take the heals. No reason not to. Sure. And then I will pop the Glimmer Middle just in case. We didn't see the Inferno. It's fine. I think we will clean this up, thanks in large part to the throws. Right? Yeah, okay. I can also ascend if I'm concerned. It's always Imp first. Like, this is a huge swing. For sure. Now, I'm going to play a Wildwood Sap into one of the Animus here. Which one has lower life? Front one? Gets more value out of this? Yeah, sure. And then I will put the Inflame into the other. Do I have to Inferno middle? No, we're throwing 80 here, which is enough to kill the Apprentice. Good, and the throw happens first before they hit. And then we're doing 270, 270. This is what, 540, and then the 130 here, so that's 670-ish. I'm going to get more rage. We're okay. I do not need to play the Inferno. So then instead the correct choice is the Inflame, actually. Right? It's just 9 armor into my back one, which is value. I actually reasonably could just ascend this man, and he's dead. Cool. Works for me. Alright, we see the Inferno again, which is nice. I see the Unleash again, which is also extremely nice. So it's Unleash on this turn. Good. And we Inferno the Harvest Wave coming up, I think. Yeah. Big value. Clear the mini-boss. Yeah. I think we're reasonably in charge here. I get the days. Yeah, we have enough solutions that I'm not worried about the Divinity anymore. I think we win. I can do... Ooh, this is nice. I do Pyre Chomper, and then we send to the Rail Spike here. Cool, actually. Making some of these cards free is neat. Yeah. It's fine. You what? You double ascend the Pyre Chomper now? Because that's what I drew. Which is an extra 40, I suppose. It actually is a lot more because it means I hit some thresholds on the Gilded Wings, right? Yeah. Nice. I mean, we're super winning. Fledgling Welder, Fledgling Welder. I do have the perfect adaptive mutation turn here. Who has more rage? The one in the back? Sure, we win. Fire Chomper. Do 1,000 this turn. We easily kill the mini boss. I'm gonna just Inferno bottom. It's a good call. Yeah, we're okay. This is over. GG. Welder. Tiresome Climb. Fire Chomper, sure. I don't care about these curses. I'm gonna draw the important stuff because that's how it works. There was a chance. Chance was low. Alright, cool. Let's go. Very clean run. We hit everything. I think this was not the only way you could have played it, but it is one of the ways that we chose to. So hell yeah. Alright, let's send it. Cool. What a good run. Glad to see it. Yeah, not even that long of a run either. Only an hour and 10 episodes for the entire combat section. So that's exciting. Yeah, sweet. All right, let's talk it through on the run summary. Our score's not going to be crazy, but we answered everything, right? We had the right density, we did fine. I mean, actually, the score's pretty darn good. 57k-ish, right? I only took damage on 2 combats, it looks like. Yeah, run summary. Cool, let's look it through. I only took damage on rings 4 and 1. 1, yeah, we were weak on ring 1. It's true. I didn't have a unit. I didn't have an imp that was good. I didn't really have anything. It was just restores and glimmers and stuff like that. It was fine, but sure. And I took armor emblem, which meant that those backlines were indestructible, which is fine, other than Imperialist. And then ring 4 was simply a density problem on the imps, which we immediately solved on ring 5 by duplicating the imp. It's a pretty good run, all things considered. So Railhammer didn't actually provide as much value as you might have expected. It only affected the Welder Helper and Inflame. Right? True. Now that's not nothing, but it's still not amazing. I think the 4 armor on Pyrewall from Railhammer was more useful than anything else, admittedly. Just the extra 4 life, it mattered in a lot of combats. So we bounced a lot of damage off of Pyrewall in this run, so Pyrewall was a very formidable early game take, I think. Huge value overall, and then once we stabilized, it no longer mattered. I did mess up that refracting lens on 1 combat. It didn't matter, right? We weren't taking damage. We had stabilized our run. So, I mean, we were full life by the end, okay? So, whatever. Misplay, alert, sure, whatever, it's fine. Firestone housing on this Animus was good. I think the extra 25 life was a legitimate reason to play top floor, and being able to play top floor like that and having just enough density of solutions to shut the Divinity up for a while was really helpful. You just play out your 5 Queen Zimplings, you have your units gone, you play 2 imps every turn, and you just play Tiresome Climb. At some point, you Wildwood Sap to heal one of them, and you unleash here and there to heal up, and then ultimately we adaptive mutation 1, which guarantees our relentless. I didn't end up needing this, but this was just another solution, right? In a consider a worse draw order, right, where we missed some of the other answers, I could have taken an early adaptive mutation as a full heal with a boost of something like, I don't know, 40 life. And then 90 life, that would have been enough to carry us through the rest of the combat. So even though this didn't end up mattering, this is an important card pickup, I think. This was a good card to take for this run, even though it ultimately did not matter in my end line. I think it was critical. So we don't want to forget cards like this that are important hedges against bad draw orders, which I think matter, right? Because otherwise there are draw orders that threaten me. So same with taking things like Tiresome Climb. The fact that this enabled top floor Divinity was really, really strong. You saw how clean our Divinity was as a result, right? We were strong enough to reach the numbers needed for the mini boss. We overflowed him by a fair bit, actually, but I think we would have potentially just narrowly made it otherwise, given our draw order, but there was a worse draw order where, we missed one of the Welder Helpers, and it would have been a problem. Because we hit the quick on the right turn on the Divinity, the plus 10 life did not matter in the Welder Helper, but it could have. it could have. This would have guaranteed that we at least threw one imp, which was important. You could have gotten the other one by putting the imp in front, admittedly. But again, without the quick, it would have just gotten shot by the enemies and died. We were taking like, what, 70 on that turn. So yeah, it probably wouldn't have made it. But, fair enough. I think this run is a very solid mid-roll overall. Yep, just like what I was asking for. It was strong, it was comfortable, but we didn't hit crazy numbers. I mean, it's quote-unquote rage adaptive mutation. I do have a fledgling imp infusion with resonant shard, but our numbers weren't going outrageous. We killed in relentless. It wasn't a pre-relentless kill, stuff like that. So the other thing I want to talk about here actually is I would like to mention the sweep line is totally reasonable here, right? But there were a few reasons why I preferred this approach. First of all, the tiny stone means that I triple dip on additional rage imps, right? Whereas with a tiny stone on the shattered shell, which would also have gotten the quick infusion, right? Then, or yeah, it would have absolutely, it needed life if I was going to play top floor, and I would have. So the tiny stone shattered shell would have needed the quick infusion again, and then a plus 25 to not die. And it only double dips on rage then, right? Because they each attack twice. And then the tiny stone essentially functions as single multi-strike. But look at this line. Consider what we actually got here. Because I chose the tiny stone, the Animus, instead, when I duped this Animus, I instead got 3 additional hits on the floor. So really, you need to look at this Heft's Consolation as 3 Frenzy Stones combined in this run. It's so much stronger than a single Frenzy Stone in this run. And this means that I was getting 6 times value out of rage, right? Because each hit gets that rage value, which is so good. So good. And also, it benefits directly from that plus 10 as well, which is nice. So our Conflux of Animi run is quite potent. I am very pleased by this. Yeah, good run. I love Heft's Consolation. I feel like I take it almost all the time because it turns out reducing the size of a unit is pretty bloody strong. Honestly, it's just so good. You just jam more crap on your floor and it wins so hard. So yeah, awesome. This is a really good run overall. The Hell's Banners hit. Last thing I want to talk about, actually. The Hell's Banners hit meant that this Endless Pyre Chomper did not matter, but the Endless Pyre Chomper was a really good hedge. The Endless Pyre Chomper means that cards like Inflame, Adaptive Mutation, and Tiresome Climb and Inferno can all be played, even though I never took Ember, right? So that is an important pickup. I think just seeing that Endless and going, yeah, actually, I'm going to click this, even though I don't need it necessarily. This is really helpful. I ended up not playing this dude once I hit Hell's Banners. This is the high roll, right? I'm playing 2 imps every turn, so I always get the 3 Ember. It's free. This makes my turns excellent, right? This is so good. There was also Queen's Tail that I think would have done the same thing, right? You make the imps free, or the first imp free anyway, and that would have also been excellent. But regardless, hitting either of those relics meant that it didn't matter. Forever Flame also would have done it. There were a lot of good relics that could have done it, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to answer the problems that I was facing with solutions that I had right then, which matters. I think that because you're not guaranteed to see the answers later. Little nuanced details to my playstyle like that, that's how I maintain my win streak, honestly. Stuff like that, where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to grab this maybe slightly suboptimal solution right now, just in case I miss later. Because Monster Train loves throwing you curveballs. It loves making you miss. So, yeah, I think that's all I've got for you here. I think I already said it, but it brings us up to 74 on the series. Love to see it. So, yeah, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.